Recently, I noticed an ornament on a holiday tree that gave me pause. I had to take a closer look. Was that a mushroom? Why would a mushroom be hanging on a Christmas tree? Little did I know that this curiosity would reveal some fascinating suggestions about some of the origins of traditions and imagery so familiar this time of year. Now, it's not just any mushroom that graces Christmas trees. It's Amanita muscaria, with its distinctive red cap and white spots. These mushrooms are found across a wide geography in the Northern Hemisphere, and like many other mushrooms, forms symbiotic relationships with many trees, predominantly pine, spruce, fir, and birch. The mushrooms are found under these trees, kind of like brightly wrapped red and white holiday packages. You may be familiar with these mushrooms and know one thing about them. They're toxic. But recent research indicates that they may not be as toxic as previously thought, especially if they're processed before being consumed. This may help us understand the widespread use of these mushrooms across the circumpolar north by many different indigenous populations, particularly through Siberia and Scandinavia. Rock art, like these ones, can help us appreciate the antiquity of the connection between humans and these fungi. For reindeer herders in the north, reindeer are central not only to diet and economics, but to concepts of the supernatural and the afterlife. In many Siberian cultures, the spirits of the dead are carried to the sun on the backs of reindeer, often depicted in art with wings on the ends of their antlers. Shamans enter trance-like states to fly to the supernatural realm, and a common way to accomplish this is with hallucinogens. Amanita muscaria mushrooms would really fit the bill here. It's common to associate reindeer with these journeys. Normal people journey to the supernatural on the backs of reindeer, while shamans are powerful enough to become the reindeer. Ritual paraphernalia often includes antlers as headdresses. While these journeys could happen at any time of the year, the winter solstice is often a time to celebrate the return of the sun. Do not try this at home, but ethnographic information reveals that drying the mushrooms makes them less toxic to humans. The mushrooms were sometimes hung on the trees where they were collected to dry them out, or placed in socks and hung by the fire. There are accounts of Siberian shamans bringing these mushrooms as gifts to community members around the time of the winter solstice. It's interesting to add here that mushrooms in general are a good source of vitamin D, a much needed vitamin in northern regions in the dark months of winter. This would have made mushrooms an even better gift at this time of the year. It's also worth noting that reindeer eat these mushrooms, making them prance and jump around, seeming to take flight. In northern Europe, south of the natural range of reindeer, the imagery is a little bit different. In Germanic mythology, the deity Wotan rode a grey horse through the sky as part of midwinter events of Yule. Yule celebrated the return of the sun as well. It was a time to celebrate with friends and family and share the spirit of giving. Many argue that Christmas is really a Christian reformulation of Yule celebrations. Woden is closely related to the Norse Odin. Imagery of Odin riding his eight-legged steed, Sleipnir, is mentioned as far back as the 8th century. Odin rode Sleipnir through the sky at winter solstice, and the blood-flecked white foam from the horse's mouth would fall to the ground, where Amanita muscaria mushrooms would grow the next year. Many folklorists highlight a connection between Santa Claus and Odin, who also visited people and brought gifts. There is also mention here and there of Odin entering houses via the chimney, but I can't confirm this. There is one final curious thing that I need to share here. Right around winter solstice in Central Europe, rituals include cleaning, including cleaning of the hearth, to ring in the new year. In Germany, these celebrations include the character of the chimney sweep, Schornsteinfeger, who arrives on December 31st and is thought to bring good fortune. Folk images depict him sharing tokens of good luck and Amanita muscaria mushrooms. Coincidence? So it seems that Amanita muscaria mushrooms may be completely appropriate Christmas tree decorations, with connections to Santa Claus himself. What do we know about this mysterious annual visitor? Well, he lives at the North Pole, that's in the Arctic. Children are directed to put out milk to welcome this visitor, which means Santa is likely of Northern European ancestry with the ability to digest lactose as an adult. He comes to our homes in the darkest, longest nights of winter, bearing gifts that he hides under trees or stuffs in stockings hanging by our fireplaces. And I now wonder if his outfit of red and white is more about symbolism and undercurrents of ancient multicultural traditions than personal preference. Happy holidays!